Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Unconscious Branding by Douglas Van Praet. This insightful book unveils how marketers can tap into our subconscious, driving our participation in and support of company brands through 7 strategic steps. Van Praet provides fresh strategies for businesses aiming to develop a brand with which customers can forge a genuine connection. Douglas Van Praet, the mind behind Unconscious Branding, is the founder of a brand strategy consultancy that leans heavily on behavioral science. With a prestigious background as the executive vice president of Deutsch LA, where he managed the Volkswagen account, Van Praet is celebrated for his creation of Volkswagen's The Force commercial. This ad, featuring a memorable mini Darth Vader, became the most shared advertisement in Super Bowl history, showcasing Van Praet's mastery in the field. Unconscious branding is particularly suited for marketers looking to craft successful ad campaigns, entrepreneurs on the quest to build a compelling brand, and anyone interested in the psychological aspects of how marketers influence consumer behavior. Join us as we explore the depths of how subconscious marketing strategies can reshape the relationship between businesses and consumers, setting the stage for profound brand loyalty. Unconscious branding: how neuroscience can empower and inspire marketing. Introduction: discover the secret to turning your product into a powerhouse brand. So, you've launched a product that's nothing short of revolutionary, bristling with innovation. Congratulations. But now comes the real challenge: diving into the marketing ocean and making sure your product doesn't just float but soars. Easier said than done, right? In a world where every day heralds the arrival of the next big thing, standing out is no small feat. What if I told you there's a way to supercharge your marketing tactics, all by leveraging a deeper understanding of the human brain? Enter the realm of unconscious branding, where marketing meets psychology, offering you a 7-step blueprint to not merely market a product, but to create a brand that resonates, captivates, and ultimately dominates. In our exploration of these insights, you'll unravel mysteries such as why choosing a particular brand of mustard says more about you than just your taste preferences. Ever wondered why a portrayal of Darth Vader as cute rather than evil might draw more eyeballs? You're about to find out. And the journey doesn't stop there. We'll even delve into how something as mundane as gum can be transformed into a beacon of healthiness in the minds of consumers. Welcome to a journey that intertwines the sinews of psychology with the art of marketing to craft brands that don't just exist but thrive and leave their mark in the sands of time. Through this transformative perspective, prepare to not just learn, but master the art of brand creation in our bustling competitive marketplace. Part 1. Unlock the power of human instincts in marketing through social proof and group belonging. Have you ever stood bewildered in front of a multitude of options on a supermarket shelf, scratching your head over which to choose? It might seem like you reached for the one with the flashiest label on a whim. However, your decision was likely underpinned by something much more profound: heuristics. These mental shortcuts help us navigate decisions without the need for exhaustive analysis. In a world overflowing with choices, heuristics act like a compass, guiding us through the decision-making fog. A prime example of this is social proof, the psychological phenomenon where we mirror the actions of others when we're uncertain. It's why you might find yourself drawn to the market leader's product, or why a higher price tag often fools us into believing in superior quality. Beneath these decisions lies the principle of you get what you pay for, illustrating our reliance on heuristics to make choices. But the intrigue doesn't stop with heuristics. As marketers, tapping into the deeper evolutionary instincts of potential customers can elevate a campaign from good to unforgettable. Central to these instincts is our primal need for the safety of the group. Consider our ancestors, for whom exclusion from the tribe spelled doom. Surrounded by predators and the relentless challenge of survival, there was strength and safety in numbers. Fast forward to today, and while we're not dodging saber-toothed tigers on our evening stroll, the essence of group mentality remains resilient. It thrives in our search for communities and tribes, bound by commonalities, including brand allegiances. Picture a convoy of Harley-Davidson enthusiasts, unified by the roar of engines and the distinct gleam of leather, a modern testament to our collective nature. To truly craft a campaign that resonates, however, it's crucial to look beyond the consumer facade and recognize the human behind it. Understanding that at the heart of every decision is a brain, steering thoughts and actions, opens up a wellspring of marketing opportunities. It's here, at the confluence of evolutionary psychology and marketing strategy, that brands can forge deep, lasting connections with their audiences. Let's dive deeper into the workings of the human brain and uncover how it shapes our choices and allegiances. Part 2. Master the triad of the brain. For marketing genius, dive into the labyrinth of the human mind, and you'll find a tripartite powerhouse: the physical, the emotional, and the rational. It's this trio that holds the key to unlocking revolutionary marketing campaigns that don't just reach people but move them. At the foundation lies the physical, or as it's evocatively dubbed, the reptilian brain. This primal compass governs our most visceral needs: breathing, eating, and the drive to reproduce. But how does one appeal to such fundamental instincts in marketing? Through the allure of 6 compelling S words: survival, safety, security, sustenance, sex, and status. Take, for example, the ingenious campaign for Grey Poupon Mustard from the 1980s. By featuring British aristocrats in a luxurious setting, the advertisement transcended mere sustenance. It whispered of a status so coveted that even the choice of mustard could elevate one in society's eyes. Moving upwards, we find the emotional brain, the keeper of memories and feelings, the part of us that can fall deeply in love with a brand. This segment is ruled by the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the hypothalamus, a triad that collaborates to forge emotional connections. When you spot that iconic Coke can, it's this magical trio that awakens. The hippocampus recognizes the logo, the amygdala reminds you of the joy Coke brings, and the hypothalamus signals thirst. Suddenly, you're not just seeing a can, you're experiencing an urge to drink. Last, but certainly not least, is the rational brain, our inner critic and analyst. This is the domain of logic, problem-solving, and careful deliberation. It's where we weigh options, calculate costs, and measure value. Here, marketers can captivate with logic, facts, figures, savings, and comparisons. Illuminating the practical benefits or savings of a product can directly appeal to this rational overseer. It turns out the brain operates in predictable cycles, navigating through these 3 areas seamlessly until something, or someone, catches its attention, breaking the cycle. As marketers, understanding and leveraging this cycle can transform campaigns from mere noise in the marketplace to symphonies that resonate on a deeply human level. Part 3. Captivate your audience by breaking the mold. Imagine strolling down your usual path. It's an ordinary day, the same sights, the same sounds, until suddenly a car slams into a storefront just ahead. You freeze, your routine shattered by the unexpected. This moment, when the commonplace gives way to the extraordinary, illustrates a powerful principle in marketing: the power of pattern interruption. The brain loves patterns. They're the shortcuts that help us navigate our world with ease. We recognize, categorize, and move on until something breaks that pattern, seizing our undivided attention. For marketers, Exploiting this break in the mundane can elevate a campaign from background noise to an unforgettable spectacle. Consider a commercial where a child, garbed as Darth Vader, attempts to wield the Force around the house. This image boldly contrasts with the formidable dark presence we associate with Vader, charming us into a moment of unexpected delight. Here lies the genius of pattern interruption, transforming the familiar into a source of surprise and engagement. Yet, there's more than one way to break a pattern. Enter the realms of the "oh yeah" and the "oh shit" moments, two sides of the same attention-grabbing coin. Take another Volkswagen ad, where the scene unfolds from the back seat of a seemingly mundane car ride, lulling you into the story's rhythm. Then, without warning, a collision, an "oh shit" moment that not only grabs your attention, but imprints the message of safety indelibly in your mind. Whether it's the endearing incongruity of a miniature Darth Vader or the jarring shock of a car crash, these moments illustrate the compelling impact of disrupting the expected. They draw the audience in, creating a vivid, memorable experience that far transcends the ordinary. But here lies the marketer's balancing act. How do you shock and awe without alienating? How to pull your audience out of their comfort zone while ensuring they land in a space that feels safe and inviting? Navigating this delicate equilibrium is the challenge and the art of harnessing pattern interruptions in marketing. Part 4. Nurturing trust to cultivate brand loyalty. When pondering trust, our thoughts naturally gravitate towards those closest to us, like family and friends. However, the realm of trust extends beyond our personal circles into our interactions with brands. Yes, even the company behind your favorite flat-screen TV plays a part in this intricate dance of trust. Consider an illustrative moment from 2008, when General Motors, amidst an industry crisis, was on the brink of securing a government bailout. The CEO's pledge to cut costs contrasted sharply with his extravagant $20,000 private jet trip to a government hearing, while a commercial flight ticket lingered at a modest $837. This incident sparked public fury, underscoring a betrayal of trust that cost the company not just financially, but also in consumer confidence. This episode illuminates a stark truth. Without trust, a brand's journey is fraught with peril. Trust forms the bedrock upon which brands can fortify consumer loyalty. It's the comforting embrace that turns sporadic buyers into steadfast devotees, willing to pay a premium for the assurance wrapped up in your brand. A revealing study from Columbia University highlights this point beautifully, showing that people in a relaxed state are prepared to pay up to 15% more for a product than their more tense counterparts. At its core, relaxation is a byproduct of safety. Embed your brand with this sense of security, and watch as customers not only gravitate towards your product, but are also happy to open their wallets a bit wider. It's the serenity that comes with trust in a brand that elevates a product from a mere commercial transaction to a cherished piece of their lives. Having established trust and caught your customers' attention, the journey doesn't end here. The next step involves sparking the customer's imagination in a way that not only resonates, but also endears your brand to their hearts and minds. Stay tuned as we delve into how marketers can set the imagination ablaze, further cementing the bond between brand and consumer. Part 5. Ignite the spark of imagination to foster brand love. The magic woven by the world's leading brands doesn't rely on dazzling with facts and figures. Instead, they captivate by sparking the consumer's imagination. The secret? They craft messages that invite interpretation, leaving a space wide open for personal dreams and aspirations to dance through. Consider Nike's iconic "Just Do It" campaign, a masterstroke in open-ended messaging. Rather than dictating a specific action, Nike offered a canvas, allowing individuals to paint their own version of what it means to them. This stroke of genius didn't just boost Nike's market share from 18 to 43% over a decade. It fueled personal revolutions, with people attributing life-changing decisions from leaving an abusive relationship to heroic acts, to the inspiration derived from these three simple words. This phenomenon underscores a profound insight: the brain's mesh between imagination and reality. Tapping into the same neural pathways, when we envision ourselves engaging with a product, that imaginary trial feels almost tangible, heightening the allure of making it a reality. Apple's iPod campaign harnessed this beautifully, casting people in silhouette, grooving with their iPods. This masterful ambiguity invited viewers to project themselves onto the silhouettes, mentally stepping into the ad's rhythmic world. This wasn't just an advertisement. It was an invitation to a personal experience, transforming a potential customer into a participant brimming with desire for the product. What lies at the heart of leveraging imagination is the ability to stir emotion. For when a brand transcends the transactional and touches the emotional, it carves a niche not just in the market, but in the hearts of its consumers. Encouraging customers to weave their narratives around a brand builds a connection that's not just about the product, but about the personal journey and emotion it inspires. Part 6. Selling emotions, not just products. In the intricate dance of marketing, the most adept marketers recognize a profound truth. They are not merely peddling products or services, but are instead curators of emotions. Our actions, intricately tied to the whims of our emotions, underscore the importance of weaving emotional threads into the fabric of brands and campaigns. At its core, marketing that resonates on an emotional level acknowledges a simple yet powerful reality: we are driven by how things make us feel. The memory of dissatisfaction from a previous purchase lingers, subtly steering us towards alternatives that promise a more joyous outcome. Hence, the narrative that a product brings joy or enhances well-being can be an irresistible allure. Consider Nike, an epitome of selling dreams woven with emotional threads. Purchasing Nike footwear is less about acquiring athletic shoes and more about the emotional uplift that accompanies it, a sense of stepping closer to one's fitness aspirations, buoyed by the brand's aura of success and athleticism. It is an emotional journey from aspiration to feeling like a part of something greater, something victorious. Similarly, Costco transforms the mundane act of shopping into an emotionally charged treasure hunt. By strategically placing sought-after items in unexpected locations, Costco not only incites the thrill of discovery, but also taps into the deep well of positive emotions associated with finding hidden gems. Beyond low prices, it's this emotional adventure that ensnares the customer's loyalty. Apple, too, masterfully encapsulates the essence of emotional branding. Acquiring a Mac transcends the mere purchase of technology. It becomes an initiation into an exclusive fellowship of creative and discerning individuals. This isn't just a transaction. It's a rite of passage that molds your identity and shapes how you are perceived by the world. It's a testament to the power of emotional connection in branding. However, the journey doesn't end at evoking positive emotions. In the complex tapestry of human decision-making, rational skepticism plays a pivotal role. As we navigate further, we'll explore the delicate balance of appealing to the customer's emotional sensibilities while engaging their analytical minds. This balance is the hallmark of truly effective marketing that leaves a lasting imprint on the consumer's heart and mind. Part 7. Winning over the critically minded consumer. Navigating the skepticism of the modern consumer is no small feat. In an age bombarded by advertising from every angle, our brains have sharpened their ability to scrutinize, question, and often distrust marketing messages. This critical nature of our minds isn't arbitrary. It's a product of evolution, a survival mechanism finely tuned over millennia to avoid potential threats and losses. In the wilds of the marketplace, this translates into a cautious approach to new or unknown products. The fear of making a wrong decision, of losing out in terms of money or functionality, makes the consumer's critical mind a tough nut to crack for marketers. So, what's the key to unlocking the trust and confidence of such discerning customers? The answer lies in the powerful duo of hard facts and authoritative endorsements. Statistics and credible voices can serve as the bridge over the gap of skepticism, presenting your product in a light that's not just favorable but also trustworthy. Take, for instance, the image overhaul of chewing gum in the 1990s. Once maligned as a dental health risk, chewing gum's reputation needed a serious makeover. Trident Gum stepped up to the challenge, wielding statistics like a sword, proclaiming that 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend sugarless gum to their patients who chew gum. Here, the appeal to dental authority was clear, persuasive, and effectively targeted the consumer's critical instinct by involving a familiar and trusted figure, the dentist. But engaging the customer's critical faculties is only half the battle. The question then becomes, how do you infuse your brand with positive associations that resonate deeply with consumers? The journey of a product from skepticism to embraced necessity involves not only convincing the mind, but also enriching the brand with qualities that consumers find attractive, desirable, and ultimately indispensable. Part 8. Embedding aspiration into your brand's DNA. Think of your favorite brand for a moment. Does it spark a glow of positive emotions? That's the hallmark of a powerful brand. The ability to evoke a spectrum of positive associations and emotions, making us feel inherently good. It's crucial to remember that a brand transcends its physical presence on store shelves. It inhabits the hearts and minds of its consumers. Brands, inherently subjective in nature, derive their power from the associations and emotions they conjure within us. This concept was amusingly illustrated when the author encountered a Tommy Halfmaker shirt in South America. Despite being a clear imitation of the esteemed Tommy Hilfiger brand, to locals, the value and desirability were on par with its authentic counterpart. This instance underscores the malleable and contextual nature of brand perception and association. This adaptability becomes particularly pivotal when targeting new demographics. Consider the transformative journey of Marlboro cigarettes. Originally introduced in 1924 as a women's cigarette, the brand underwent a radical makeover in the 1950s to appeal to a male audience. The introduction of the rugged, masculine Marlboro Man was a stroke of marketing genius, seamlessly embedding qualities such as independence, defiance, and adventure into the brand's identity. Remarkably, these traits not only resonated with men, but retained appeal to the brand's initial female audience. As a result, Marlboro ascended to become the leading cigarette brand in the United States by 1972. This dramatic shift underscores the potency of aspirational branding. Consumers were drawn not just to a product, but to an idealized version of themselves reflected in the brand's imagery. The lesson here is clear. A brand enriched with characteristics and qualities that consumers admire or aspire to can forge deep, enduring connections. By intertwining the tangible with the aspirational, brands can captivate a broad audience, compelling them not just to buy, but to believe. Part 9. Steering decisions under the guise of autonomy. The ancient adage, "Tell me and I'll forget," "Show me and I may remember," "Involve me and I'll understand," holds a profound truth within the realm of consumer engagement. Businesses thrive by not merely presenting a product, but by weaving the consumer into the narrative of their brand, creating an immersive experience that fosters a deep, personal connection. Consider the ingenious approach taken by Red Bull. By distributing cases of their energy drink to college students for them to use at their own organized events, Red Bull became synonymous with exhilarating college parties and unforgettable nights. This strategy exemplifies how brands can cultivate an active relationship with their audience, embedding themselves into the fabric of consumers' lives. However, the journey towards influencing consumer behavior can be subtler. Marketing can ingeniously guide customers towards making a decision, all the while giving them the illusion of control. This dance with human psychology capitalizes on our innate desire to align our actions with our self-perception and values. Imagine you frequent a cafe where a latte is your go-to order. One day, you're offered a complimentary green tea instead. Accepting this offer disrupts your routine, and while savoring the tea, the seeds of a new habit are planted. You might find yourself contemplating more green tea in the future, believing it aligns with your health goals, convincing yourself that this choice was yours alone, spurred by a newfound focus on well-being. But if we peel back the layers, we find that the offer of free tea wasn't a random act of generosity. It was a calculated move by the marketer to reframe your choices, subtly guiding your preferences. In truth, the environment and marketing tactics shaped your decision, cloaking influence in the guise of autonomy. This scenario illuminates the essence of unconscious marketing. By encouraging action, marketers can nudge consumers toward a desired behavior, all the while allowing them to believe they are the masters of their choices. This is marketing at its most subtle and powerful, where the perception of autonomy is the most persuasive tool of all. Final summary. At the heart of every memorable brand lies a profound understanding of human psychology. The art of marketing transcends mere advertisements and product placements. It delves deep into the labyrinth of how people think, feel, and make decisions. This book unveils the strategies that can align a brand with the intricate patterns of human behavior, crafting marketing campaigns not just to be seen, but to resonate. By embracing the myriad facets of our neurological processes, from the primal instincts governed by our reptilian brain, to the emotional connections fostered by our midbrain, and the calculated decisions made in our neocortex, marketers can forge campaigns that speak directly to the core of human nature. Whether it's leveraging the power of unconscious branding to influence consumer behavior subtly, or invoking the robust force of emotional connections to foster loyalty, this book offers a comprehensive toolkit for tapping into the very essence of what drives us. Through captivating examples like Nike's expansive Just Do It campaign, the transformation of the Marlboro brand identity, and Red Bull's engaging approach to creating experiential moments, we see the principles of human-centered marketing come to life. Each story not only illuminates the path to engaging consumers on a deeper level, but also highlights the delicate balance between presenting a product and immersing consumers in an experience that is both empowering and transformative. In essence, the journey to creating a brand that leaves an indelible mark on the consumer psyche is intricate, requiring a delicate blend of insight, intuition, and a deep dive into the tapestry of human behavior. This book provides the blueprint for marketers eager to craft brands that are not just products, but are experiences, a beacon for consumers navigating the vast and often impersonal marketplace, guiding them towards brands that understand, engage, and ultimately captivate. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.